can complete at this point in time. I'm loving this game. It's so much. It's actually the most detailed Dragon Ball game. They were not wrong about that. It's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's important to note that when you say things like most detailed, that doesn't mean best ever or things like that, because you can't really say one is better or like, you know, the best ever, because it comes down to preference for the most part. But yeah. I will say that I agree with you in that this game is probably my favorite game that I personally have played. Before that, I would say, you know, Infinite World was up there because I love that game as well. But this game is a lot of fun and is really detailed. Like, do you want to kind of talk about some of the things that they have in the game as far as like detailing factors? I mean, like, there's things that are happening while you're fighting and such, like the pebbles flying around. And we actually noticed when we were fighting on the Cell Games arena that, you know, the arena was just blowing up and stuff, as, you know, crazy stuff like that. But
that was
some
awesome.
More stuff going on. Yeah, that was really cool. But there's some more stuff going on, like just natively in the hub world. Do you want to talk about some of that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, there's two main things that I've actually seen. There's actually, if you go under one of the bridges in Kantan City, you actually see the part where in Dragon Ball, Goku actually beats up one of the dudes. I forgot which part it is, but they have the exact spot. You see the poster hanging and everything. Not only that, but you can literally go out of Kantan and you see Grandpa Gohan's house. Now that's not the biggest thing. You can see the fish that Goku caught in episode 1 of Dragon Ball cooking, bro. That right there is something we've never had. Just little details like that, it really warms my heart because, I mean, we've never seen that before. They're showing love to Dragon Ball and I really like that.
Exactly. Now, next thing I wanted to kind of touch on here in this review was the comparison to Xenoverse 1 as far as gameplay. I think that, you know, you and I can both agree that this game, you know, it completely stomps out Xenoverse 1 as far as gameplay goes, right?
Yeah, 100%, dude. 100%.
Exactly, yeah. Because the thing is that the mechanics are similar. There are newer mechanics like the guard break, the stamina break, and stuff like that. But it's just a different game. It has a different feel. And I know that when you watch gameplay, sometimes you can't really particularly pick up on things like that. But as soon as you pick up the game and you start playing the game, you're gonna say, "Oh, this is different." It's not even the same thing because, you know, we had the game for a while earlier, but, you know, we also played the beta version. So like, I know that personally when I hopped on the beta, I was like, "Yeah, this is entirely different." And I didn't really watch too much of the gameplay and stuff like that. But when I did, I was like, it doesn't look any, you know, like stuff like that. It doesn't look too different. But when I got on, I was like, wow, the game's actually like a lot faster pace, and they have, you know, improved mechanics and an improved emphasis on things like, you know, backdashing, which wasn't really too prevalent in Xenoverse 1. You didn't have to do that. Now in this game, you have to do it several times over throughout the fight. So do you have any other comments as, like, you know, to compare the Xenoverse 1 versus Xenoverse 2?
I think the biggest thing, and it's obvious too, but I just thought it was worth mentioning, is that, you know, a lot of people look this over. When people say 60 frames per second, they usually think of it quality. That's, for some reason, they just think quality, but that's what makes the difference in the gameplay, in my opinion. Because I went back and played Xenoverse 1 on the PC after the beta ended, and it's 30 frames. I mean, you don't even understand the difference that 60 frames makes to the gameplay. It's so ridiculous, and I think that right there is the biggest thing when it comes to how different Xenoverse 2 feels. Not only the mechanics, but just the 60 FPS is just so huge.
Yes, and that's mainly something that they were able to do because they knocked out those older consoles. The older consoles really limited Xenoverse 1, so it kind of makes me wonder how Xenoverse 1 would have been produced if they didn't care too much about making it available on PS3 and Xbox One as well. You know, just making it on the current gen consoles and PC, of course, because even to a degree, the current gen consoles hold back PCs, of course. So, you know, it kind of just, you know, so it's just a trickle effect. But I agree. You know, the gameplay is amazing. It's solid. I also will say that the soundtrack in this game is A1. It's amazing.
Yes.
The soundtrack for pretty much everywhere you go. The Kantan City one kind of annoys me sometimes, but everything else is amazing in this game. Like, whoever composed this, they did an amazing, phenomenal job. Now, where would you rate this game? You know, you said that it's your favorite game, I believe. Where would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10 as far as like replayability and stuff like that?
I'd give it around an 8 or an 8.5. In my opinion, because like that counts. That's story mode and everything, right?
Yes, just the entirety of the game.
Like, the story mode, I don't feel like I could go through and play that again, to be completely honest. But the game itself deserves a high rating. in my opinion. I love it. I love everything new they added. I have no complaints to any of the new stuff they added. So it had to be like an 8 to 8.5, and 9 would be stretching it, but right now, like, that's just my rating as of right now.
Yeah, and so I understand, the inability to go back and play the story mode, later on, because obviously when it comes to games like this, their main replayability is in the online and things like that. So let's talk about online. Online was something that really plagued Xenoverse 1. Xenoverse 1 had a lot of hit detection issues and things like that. Now, once again, we were playing the beta, and the beta was pretty much all you can do is play online during that period. So, we noticed little glitches and bugs, and the game still kind of has little glitches and bugs, but how would you compare the online between Xenoverse 1 and Xenoverse 2 as far as this goes? Because once again, when it comes to online, that's what you're going to look forward to once you've beat the game and the story.
Well, I mean, here's the biggest difference. Right off the bat, you can tell that the servers have improved immensely. Xenoverse 1 servers were, I don't want to say they're garbage, but that's what turned a lot of people off from the game, because I mean, story mode and Xenoverse series, I mean, they're obviously okay, but that's not what people buy the game for. They buy it for online to play with their friends, create their character. And if the servers are bad, I mean, that throws that out the window. But Xenoverse 2 is different. Their servers, I have had 0 issues, and we're talking about through the beta too. Obviously the beta has had little glitches to where we had to end up quitting because of some of the bugs. But those are gone now. Like, in terms of servers and connection issues, I've had none. That's the biggest thing right off the bat.
Yeah.
So
I've noticed that. Like I said, it's an entirely different feel as well. The main thing with like Xenoverse 1 was the servers were bad, as you said. The hit detection was incredibly bad. That's something that plagued the game throughout its entire existence, and it seemed like it kind of gotten worse as opposed to better towards the end of that game's lifespan in relation to like when this game comes out or just came out. But I want to say that like with Xenoverse 2, it does not have that same hit detection issue. That could be attributed to the fact that they probably did increase the workload on the servers and made the servers better and things like that. There are little quirks in there that I expect to get patched up and fixed, but nothing game-breaking or crazy that'll kind of make you not want to play at this point. Because hit detection, once again, in Xenoverse 1, it was just like, it's so bad, like I'm hitting you and it's not doing anything, I'm hitting you with attacks, it's not doing anything. It just kind of made you not want to play. And if you don't have the online aspect to a game like this, not just the Xenoverse game, but a lot of these, anime-based games, they go through the anime story and such, and then you jump to the online afterwards. And if you can't do the online, what are you really doing? So, at that point, I mean, like I said, Xenoverse 2 is doing really well. But last thing I kind of wanted to get into here, as far as Xenoverse 2 goes, we talked about the story. We're not going to talk about any, spoilers and such like that. How would you say that the new mechanics within Kanton and changes to Kanton versus Toki Toki impact the game and such?
Well,
and like, I want to say as well, like, the ability to fly, the ability to have multiple mentors, the time rifts, all these different things.
Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna start with my favorite change personally is being able to fly, because in the beta you couldn't actually see this. In the beta you were actually locked off to the first half of Kanton City, and pretty much you only needed to ride your hoverboard at that point. But when the full game comes out right now, we have our hands on the full game. You can actually go outside of Kanton, and that's where you need to fly, because it gets so annoying doing the terrain over there, and you'll fall into like the water, and it takes a while to get out. But flying saves that, and it's so much faster than a hoverboard too. So if you're in a rush, if you're like on the other side of Kanton, you want to get to the parallel quest to play with your friends, you literally just fly over there. You can fly up on top of mountains. It's really dope. That's my favorite. But mentors, this is one of the things that people complained about so much in Xenoverse 1, and that was the fact that if they wanted to learn a move from somebody else, they had to literally lose their mentor and switch mentors. So what they did to fix that is they allow you to do the first 3 or 4 missions under another master without actually taking them as your mentor. So you can have a mentor, like for example, my mentor right now is Frieza, and I just did the first 4 missions of Goku, and I didn't have to lose my mentor. I still went right back to Frieza and kept going. I think that's huge, because I mean, who wants to lose all of their progress on their mentor just to learn other moves. I mean, that right there makes the biggest difference to me, and I really like that. That's almost as big as flying, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree, because I can't tell you how many times I got pissed off in Xenoverse 1 having to swap mentors and such. And flying is really integral to the game. I mean, you can get the hoverboard, you can get the Tau Pai Pai stick and things like that. But I will say that flying is the most important thing. In their attempt to make it more like Dragon Ball Online, they included, the hoverboard and stuff like that. But with the hub world being so much bigger, you do kind of need to fly around, which is awesome. So, we don't have much else to say. Once again, all in all, Xenoverse 2 is definitely worth a buy. I'm sure that we can both agree on that, correct?
Yeah, hell yes.
And it doesn't matter what console you're on, whether it's PC, Xbox, or PC, of course. It's going to be amazing either way. But once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Please subscribe to External Flash. Link will be in the description. Thank you for being on the video as well, bro. I greatly appreciate it, man.
Hey, it's always a pleasure to be on the channel, homie.
Awesome. Well, we'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Peace. That was pretty quick.
Prepare for warhead deployment.
Hey, how's it going, K-Kins? I'm Alejandro Sam, K-Kins Cagmaster, whatever the heck you want to call me, and today we're going to be talking about Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 and complaints, really, from me, from some fans, some complaints are worth complaining about, some aren't stupid, so I'm just going to touch upon some of the complaints I've heard here in the Dragon Ball Z community and some that I have regarding Xenoverse 2. So, let's start off with the biggest one that I think everybody is a little upset about, and that's the character roster. So the character roster got me. It seems that, originally, according to Rhyme and Dion, the character roster was going to be huge, because they had all of these characters, and there were still a lot of characters that were not shown off. But recently, the character roster got leaked, and it shows off that villainous or timebreaker villains, or timebreaker characters, not villains, are in a separate character slot, and that is kind of lame, because originally the characters, there were supposed to be 85 characters, I believe, and only 25 characters, if not only like 25% of the characters were filled up, so that left 75% of the game available for characters that we haven't seen in Dragon Ball games before, or just in a while. But it turns out that a good portion of those are the Timebreaker characters. So now there's only a couple left. And that's something that people should be upset about. Like, I mean, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is this cool, not even just 2, just Dragon Ball Xenoverse is this cool universe that we get to see a bunch of characters. Like, by the way, the reason I'm looking down is I actually have a game mouse pad that has a bunch of Dragon Ball characters. Hopefully I can take a picture of it or just find it on the internet and show you guys. But there's like Majin Vegeta, which of course we have. There's Kabuto Kai, there's Elder Kai, there's Kid Buu, there's Turles. A lot of these characters are actually in. Okay, Super Android 13, Dr. Wheelo, King Cole, Bobbity, Garlic Jr. Yeah, I'm literally just looking at these. Yeah, Metacooler, Bojack, other characters, awesome. The potential was there, the possibilities were there, but it seems like Bandai Namco didn't want to do that. I wanted to save time with like these Timebreaker characters, and don't get me wrong, they're badass, but why aren't they in another slot? And not a slot like for a character. Why not in a costume slot like you did for Xenoverse 1? So that's a thing that people are legitimately able to complain about. One thing that people shouldn't be mad about, which I get. By the way, here's the thing. When it comes to these complaints, I get why people are complaining, and I get it. But some of these are really stupid. Super Saiyan. The Super Saiyan doesn't spike up for some hairstyles. So, I get it, especially because in Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi, yes, I know, Ultimate Tenkaichi, what's that game? A lot of people may say that, but honestly, that was a game that kind of, like, made Bandai Namco realize maybe character creation is something fans like a lot. I don't know. But yeah, it kind of made them realize, but in that game that people fucking hate because of gameplay, they did spiky hair. So why the fuck can't we in Xenoverse 2? or in Xenoverse. It's kind of dumb that our hair doesn't spike up when we go Super Saiyan.
Alert. Warhead
Okay, I get it, totally, but, it's stupid. It's like complaining, why can't I have a tail, you know? Look, I get it, you know, Dragon Ball Z fans, they want more than what they're getting, I get it, but it's kind of dumb to complain about that, like you're saying, and the reason why I'm complaining mainly is because, I'm complaining about the people complaining about the Super Saiyan not being spiky here, is because they're basically saying Dragon Ball Z Universe 2 is gonna suck. It's gonna be the worst game because there are no tails and no Super Saiyans. Or Super Saiyan doesn't spike up. It's the worst. It's the worst of the Dragon Ball games. The worst. You wanna write that on? Yeah. Where's that on? We wanna go there? But yeah, you know, I get why fans complain. I get it, but personally, I think it's stupid. You know? If any fan has to complain about anything that's in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, apart from the character roster and the fucking no tails or Super Saiyan, is the Kid Buu transformation. The Kid Buu transformation is possibly one of the laziest things I've seen, and this is a complaint that really does bother me, because out of all of the characters that you can be, you know, Saiyan, human, Namekian, Buu, or what the fuck is the other thing? Frieza, or Kojin, whatever. Buu is the one that I will least play because of the Kid Buu transformation. And I know that may sound a little stupid, like it's like, you're really gonna play as a human before a fucking Buu? Yes, I will. Because the Nimbus and the Power Bolt to me look fucking badass. You know, I'll get to that in a bit, but, you know, talking about the possibilities of what else they could have done for the humans. But let's talk about Kid Buu. Kid Buu, the thing about that is that, like, if you would have made Kid Buu have some sort of feature similar to what the character has, the player has given the character, like, their clothing, like, you know, change the pants up a little or something, the shoes, maybe give them a fucking armor or something. I get it, like, you know, it's his pure form, like his base form, you know, I get it, and it's supposed to be pure rage and destruction. But it's lazy. It's lazy. Who gives a shit? Because, like, I mean, it's a game. It's a game for the fans, and you really think you're not gonna go when you're just giving them Kid Buu with a different color? Like, here's the thing for those of you who don't know, it's whether you're a male or a female Majin Buu, you will transform into Kid Buu of your respective color. So if you made your female or male, you made a black, or, you know, you made a purple or blue or yellow, I don't fucking know what color you think. They'll be that color for Kid Buu. Yellow, blue, black, purple, whatever, but it's still just Kid Buu with the same pants. And that's lazy. I get it, you know, I'm no programmer, fuck me, right? But, I mean, it's a thing that, you know, fans want. So, I get it, you know, give feedback to Bandai Namco, and I'm sure at Xenoverse 3, because let's be real, this probably is going to be a Xenoverse 3. If Xenoverse 2 sells as well, if not better than the first one, why wouldn't they? No. Because that's how games work. If you want more games of this specific version, you buy it. That's my thing with Kid Buu. I don't like the design, and I totally get it, because this is for me. You know, I get why they did it, like why Bandai Namco made Kid Buu, but I fucking hate it because it's lazy. Alright, so apart from that, one thing that bothers me, that a lot of people have been bringing up recently, is the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue not happening. You know, me personally, I thought it was going to be Super Saiyan God, because Super Saiyan 3, I don't like the design. I get it, the long hair, the no eyebrows, you know, it looks badass. It does look badass in the anime, but I fucking hate it. I hate it. It just looks too much for me. And that's from, you know, someone who liked Super Saiyan 4. Like, Super Saiyan 4 is way over the top. But it made sense to me. Like, I mean, okay, you're getting closer to the fucking grade 8 form that you are. But what the fuck is Super Saiyan 3? You have no eyebrows, and you have your brother's hair. But yeah, Super Saiyan 3 to me is boring. It's just, I get it, power, but it's unstable. But I would have preferred Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan Blue. Me personally, I prefer Super Saiyan God, you know, because red hair, and I thought that would have been a cool color palette differentiation, and it would have justified the fact that Frieza gets to transform into golden. Like the hell? By the way, that's another thing I want to complain about. Why the yeah, just make the video complaints. Another thing is that why is it that the Saiyans, again, are favorited and get, you know, more transformations than anybody else? Why couldn't they do that? I feel like that could have been really cool. If the Saiyans get, you know, Super Saiyan original, and then Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, depending on how strong they are, then, like, when they're fully at their key, then why the hell can the Friezas not transform into their Cooler's 5th form, or, the golden form? And my cat just walked in through the goddamn door, that piece of shit. But yeah, you know, I think that'd be something cool, something to make it different, you know, give, like, the Friezas the option to be Cooler's 5th form, or, golden, or both, you know, like, at the beginning they can, if they have enough ki, they can transform into 5th, and then if they have more golden, you know, some people might think that's too overpowered, but I mean, kind of balances out the fact that Saiyans can transform into 2 things. You know, Namekians, that's weird, giant and super Namek. I don't think, you know, that one's weird. But for Boos, that could have been cool because then they could have made it something super Boo-like, you know, have them absorb, like, you know, depending on the master they've trained with, like, you know, this would have been like fan service out the wazoo. If you had a Majin character, you were training with Beerus, Whis, Goku, Vegeta, Gogeta, Supreme Kai, anybody, any one of your masters, and you've mastered them 100%, you'll get a special skill and become them. Like, you'll absorb them and become them. Like, I think that would be really cool. You'd be like Super Boo Vegeta absorbed, and then, or Super Boo Beerus absorbed, and that would have been awesome. In my opinion, I think that would have been a really cool transformation. Yeah, do the anime fucking. For the humans, what you could do is give them the Nimbus and the Power Pole, and then eventually, you know, if they max out their ki, maybe either Kaioken or Mystic form. I'm pretty sure that's what a lot of people want, and I get why people are upset with the Nimbus and the Power Pole, because it's unexpected, but then again, what the fuck are you gonna give humans? Because when you think about it, Kaioken has not been taught to anyone but a goddamn Saiyan, so it doesn't really count. And Mystic form, aka potential unlocked, is given to Gohan. Like, I mean, really gets his potential unlocked, but in a pathetic manner. But yeah, the only reason why Gohan has Mystic form is because that is all reserved energy that he didn't know how to unleash. You know, no fucking Earthling's got that much power. But yeah, I mean, I get it. Powerful and the Nimbus, well, that looks ridiculous, but then it looks badass sometimes. I think it looks badass, and I just didn't. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, there's a lot of complaints here and there, you know, when it comes to Super Saiyan, no Super Saiyan God. Frieza's getting golden form, and us not getting God, and I love how I just said that. I'm a Saiyan. That's right, Saiyan Kang, bitches. Confirmed. The character roster is the thing that people should complain about. That can do, fuck the spiky hair, I don't give a shit. I know they're petitions or whatever, but yeah, I get it. So will Xenoverse 2 suck? I don't think so. No. I'm totally going to get it. I don't know which version I'm going to get, but I'm totally going to get it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be doing like fucking 3 Let's Plays of it, or 2. You know, do one run as the character I've been thinking about, and then do a modded Let's Play 6 months down the road or a year later. I don't know. We'll see, depending on how many mods people make. But it'll be a lot of fun. That's how I know. I know because I'm still playing Xenoverse 1. Anyway, that's been this video. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. This has been god damn this. I've just been seeing about it on Twitter while I was moving. Seeing about it on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube. Everybody goes, oh, Xenoverse 2 comes off. Have you played it? Because I have. It's fun. But anyway, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. I know that's fucking... That's like the devil here on the internet. Like, you don't say that shit. Opinions? Go fuck yourself. I'm one of those few people here on the internet that believes your opinion is yours. And that's just how it is. If you hate the game, then don't play it. If you like the game, then buy it. If you hate the game, but secretly like it, but you just buy it to hate it, then do that. I don't fucking care. care. That's all you. I don't care. But yeah, that's just me. I'm gonna buy the game. I'm gonna enjoy it. You do you. Fuck it. That's it. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have your very own complaint about Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 that I didn't list or mention in the video, or I might have just forgotten, let me know in the comments below. Shit, I would gladly listen to it. And by the way, there's gonna be one that's, gonna be touched upon. Where's the Android race? Not really a race. And that's because simplicity. You're not gonna make a fucking game a year later and expect an entire different reason. Maybe Xenoverse 3. Who knows? Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. I'll see you all next time. Later.
Alright everybody, what's going on? It's Thundershot, and today we're going to be comparing the roster size and differences between Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1 and 2. I hadn't really seen anybody crunch the numbers on this yet, and it was something that looked interesting to me. In case you guys don't know, a couple days ago, we got a couple screenshots leaked that pretty much showed off the entirety of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2's playable character roster. We got almost every single character revealed. There are still a few locked spots, but even with the locked spots in place, we can still tell roughly how big the size of the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 character roster is going to be. If I haven't shown the images of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 character roster on screen yet, I will be shortly, but real quick before this video gets underway, guys, I just want to point out this video is going to be a serious video. I know with my last non-playthrough upload, it was a Thundershot HQ. It was a Thundershot HQ upload, and just to be clear, if there's no Thundershot HQ in the title, it's a serious video, it's informative for the most part, and I hope you guys jump in on the discussion on this because I do really mean it. If it says Thundershot HQ in the title, it might be a little bit more fun for me. That might be Thundershot having some fun, so keep an eye out for those and just show the difference. It's something I do want to keep doing on my channel because a lot of people seem to enjoy both styles, but I just wanted to point it out before this video gets started. This is 100% serious, and I don't want to confuse anybody with that. But anyways, moving on to the video, I've crunched a lot of numbers here. I've been doing a bit of research between Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1 and then what we've seen in Xenoverse 2 and some assumptions, and we're just going to do a bunch of comparisons today. That's the whole point. So for starters, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1, when it first released, if you did not get Day 1 DLC, which was Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, as a pre-order bonus, if you did not get Day 1 DLC, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1 had a total of 44 characters, or 45 with the Day 1 DLC. We're going to go with 44 characters on launch day for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, on the other hand, is going to have a total of 87 characters with Day 1 DLC, Day 1 Goku Black as the bonus, or 86 characters total in its character roster on Day 1 launch, without DLC, obviously, for you to play as. Now, the one thing that a lot of people are very upset about from what we've seen in the leaks so far is that in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, evil characters actually count as their own character slot. This wasn't the case in Xenoverse 1. They were paired with their matching character already. Like, for example, if you were on Broly, you could push L1 and go to a different variation of Broly that was evil. Characters have different variations in Xenoverse 2 the same way they do in Xenoverse 1, but for some reason, evil characters have been moved to their own slot. We're going to talk about that later. I'm going to crunch the numbers for you guys now. We're going to figure all this stuff out now, and then in the second half of the video, it'll be me giving my opinion on it and how I feel. But for now, we're just going to do some number crunching. So the evil characters that we know for sure that we've seen, not that we've seen, but very predictable. We're suspecting evil Frieza because we've seen him in trailers before, evil Cell, and evil Kid Buu, and evil Broly. And these are going to be all the evil returning forms that were also in Xenoverse 1. To add some new evil forms on top of that, evil Yamcha. A lot of people are confused about evil Yamcha because one of the screenshots makes it look difficult to see him. He's below Yamcha and above the Cyberman, but a different screenshot reveals it's a little bit more clear that it is, yes, evil Yamcha. But yeah, evil Yamcha, evil Cooler. There might be two evil Cooler forms. I'm not 100% sure given the locked characters. There might be an evil Meta Cooler and then an evil 5th form or 4th form Cooler. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but we're just going to stick with one evil Cooler form for now. So we got evil Yamcha, evil Cooler, evil Super Janemba, because Super Janemba is a new character, evil Omega Shenron,